Can y'all tell I'm feeling myself? I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm your girl Joa, and together we are doing the introspective work of becoming our best selves. And welcome to a segment I like to call Mindset, Motivation, and Makeup Monday. The production team, Janet, they're gonna put the words there. So it's gonna mindset, makeup, and motivation Monday. They're gonna do that. I am the production team, but I've decided to delegate to Janet and Janice, and they are also me, the production team. So, will I put that stuff in? Maybe not, maybe, who knows? I'll surprise myself. If you are tired of playing with your potential or having your potential being played with, this mindset, motivation, and makeup chat is just for you. Hey y'all, so we're gonna do a quick chit chat, quick little get ready with me. You know how we do, I actually have somewhere to be. I'm not running to the Target or the Walmart. I did my hair. That's why it is like this. I don't glue down my wigs because I need to save my edges. But on top of that, it's just, I like to take my wig off at night. Like after a long day, just pull it back, go to bed, put it on in the morning. I like that. My edges are intact. That is me. That's my business. And like, do I play a risky game? Yes, I do. Times where my wig has slipped off, but it's okay. I have no shame, baby. This is a part of who I am. I know how I'm stepping out the house, so I'm not gonna act shocked when my wig falls off. You know what I'm saying? That is not why we're here though. The makeup look that I'm doing is a really simple look. Like this is, you only need 3, maybe 2 products. Maybe 4, 5. We are using our foundation, concealer, and contour powder, and we're gonna use that for the whole shebang. Okay, that's besides the point. Recently, I have I've seen this quote, and it's not a new quote, but I've seen it a lot more frequently. Give me one moment. Always something. Always forgetting something. Y'all see how I came in from the opposite side? Yeah. It's like that. Anyway, I have been seeing the quote, stop playing with your potential, quit playing with your potential a lot more frequently these days. And it got me thinking. Y'all know I stay in my head. I stay in my head thinking, but it got me thinking, what the heck does that mean? Like when someone says, oh, she's playing with her potential, he's playing with his potential, what does that really mean, you know? So I decided to tap into my big brain and unpack it for us. Now, you can have your own interpretation of it, but this is just how it makes sense to me. But quit playing with your potential, okay? So in order to understand what the heck people are talking about when they say, oh, like, girl, stop playing with your potential. My guy, stop playing with your potential. Oh, he was playing with his potential. We have to define potential. I think I use a little too much of the primer. This is what I'm using. You can't see it. Boom. That's what I'm using. As an adjective, potential means having or showing the capacity to become or develop into something in the future. I'm going to use the NYX Total Control as my foundation. As a noun, it means latent qualities, latent meaning undeveloped qualities or abilities that may be developed and lead to future success or usefulness. So when you look at the scope of the definitions, potential means that it is something that has the capability, the ability to be great, to be successful, to be, you know, to be freaking dope in the future. It's the possibility of what could be. It is what is probable, what is possible, what is likely. It speaks to the future. Everybody has potential, meaning everybody has a chance to have a great, successful future, meaning everybody has potential. It's just a drop. You don't need too much, not too much on it. So when someone says quit playing with your potential, what are they saying? They're ultimately saying stop playing with your future. Boom. Stop playing with your present. And why am I saying stop playing with your present? Because your future is reliant on your present. What you are doing right now in this very moment is going to shape your future. Our very actions in this moment, our very actions in everything that we do today, present, this week, helps shape the future that is being established for us. The choices and decisions we make right now in our now are going to impact and influence our future. Meaning, simply put, if you wake up, I'm trying to get a simple example. Hold on, y'all, because y'all know me and multitasking are not best friends. Give me a moment. Let me blend this all in. Savings, money-wise, savings. You put aside $10 every week, okay? $10 every week. Future you is going to thank you. Actually, that's the perfect example, because one man was talking about, he posted on Twitter how he was setting aside money every week, every month in preparation for Beyonce's concert, to the point that he had bukus of money saved up to be able to fly out to whichever country he wanted to go to be able to purchase the ticket, and then also get the living expenses of hotels, food, flights, you know what I'm saying? So his present self was thinking about his future self. Your present self has to always constantly be thinking about your future self and be acting in accordance to how your future self aspires to show up. So when we say quit playing with your potential, we're really saying stop playing with your future and stop playing with your present, stop playing with your right now. It's not that you get to where you think you're going, that you start preparing. The preparation happens in the right now. Ooh, y'all, I'm moved by this. Maybe I should do stuff in a rush often, because I am spitting, baby. Because your future self is already stepping into rooms that your present self has no idea was prepared for you. Your future self is stepping into rooms that your present self could not even fathom. So you need to start acting in accordance with who you think you are, we're going to touch on that, because some of us don't have a high thought pattern of ourselves. We don't have a high value thought of who we are. So you need to act in accordance with who you think you can be, or who you hope to be or aspire to be, okay? So pretty much you have to stay ready so you're not getting ready, okay? Let me do my eyebrows. Right quick. So you have to stay ready to get ready. It's kind of like that thing of you're waiting for your moment. This is just the freaking example that is coming to my mind. LOL. But with choir practice, everyone is waiting for their turn to sing frontline, okay? Most people want their time to shine. But the choir director is like, keep practicing, keep singing the song, keep practicing, show up to practice, work on your vocals, work on your breathing, you got to put in the work. Because right now you're not ready. But when you are ready to emerge, okay? And this is like your potential, when you have to nurture yourself, you have to nurture and get yourself ready to tap into the fullness of who you are. So when we're talking about potential, you're nurturing the aspect aspect of you that you know to be true. Yes, I am a leader, but I've never had the opportunity to get into leadership. So you nurture that. You do things that allow you to take foot and be a leader. Going back to the example of the choir. So the choir director will always encourage you to keep practicing. It's not your time now. It's not your time now, but keep practicing, keep putting in the effort, keep working on your vocals, keep improving your breath, your resonance, all of that, yada, yada, yada. Keep doing that, okay? And you continue to do it, because the moment they tap you, it could be a week from now, it could be a month from now, but the moment the choir director taps you and says, this is your song, this is your solo, oh baby, you better be ready to sing, and you better be ready to belt out like you ain't never sang before. Like you have never sang before, okay, that's all it is. And that's what potential is. You have to nurture who you are in the right now, in alignment with who you are expecting to be in the future. If your expectation is that you are in a career path, but you're at the entry level position and you about to be the top dog managing the whole department, you better act in accordance with who you think you are. You need to act in accordance with the potential that is deep down within you, because the thing about potential is we all have it. It's all given to us, but it shows up differently in our desires. Okay? It shows up differently in who we are. We are all individual, unique, beautiful beings, and our potential shows up in that. Some of us have the propensity for public speaking, and that is a part of our potential. That is a part of who we are, and that is a part of the aspect of ourselves that we need to develop, okay? Potential is just the underdeveloped aspect of who you are. Okay. Ooh. These eyebrows are doing something for me today. I want to answer this question before I go into the tips on how to access our full potential. So what are some of the reasons why we don't see our full potential, or why we don't even notice the ounce of potential that we have, the little bit of potential that we have? I've identified 3 areas why sometimes it is hard for us to see our potential, why sometimes it is hard for us to even fathom like who we are capable of being. They're pretty much standard, basic. It's nothing new. Like, I didn't reinvent the wheel. It's really nothing new. The 3 reasons that I've identified why some of us struggle with accessing, finding our potential is because, 1, our actions do not align with our expectations for our future self. Some of us are not acting as if we belong in certain rooms, in certain environments. Some of us are not acting as if we are capable. Our actions do not reflect that of our expectations for the future. And in order to counter that, you need to start acting in proximity to the life you desire. Meaning, if the life you desire requires discipline and consistency and requires you to show up, your present needs to be consistent and disciplined and show up. If the life you desire requires that you have a strong foundation and knowledge of who you are, you start doing the inner work to figure out who you are. Your actions need to align and be in proximity to the life you desire. You need to start dressing like you belong. Walk into rooms like you belong. Act as if you belong. You need to act in accordance, and you need to know that you are here for a reason. I don't know who this is for, but I feel it for you. I don't know who this is for, but I feel it for you. Back to the reasons why we're not acting in alignment with our potential, or the reasons why we don't see our potential. Sometimes our words and thoughts do not align with the expectations for the future. My bad, y'all. I use this Control Freak, ooh, and this Tame and Frame, ooh. Is it gonna? It's upside down. Boom. There we go. I'm not gonna go in on this one because I struggle with it sometimes too, but our words and thoughts do not align with our expectations of the future, and it's hard This one is hard because it's hard to speak positively or think positively when your right now does not reflect your future. When your right now does not reflect your potential. Okay? But this is where you have to think in a mindset, in a frame of mind that your future self would think in. That is why it's hard, because you have to be like, you have to act as if and think as if and speak as if your future self is here right now. It's here in the present. It's here. Okay? So you speak and think in proximity to the life you desire. What does that mean? You speak as if the life you desire is already here. You have to speak it into existence. You have to think it into existence. And that's a part of working on your inner voice, working on your perception of self, the perception on your life, the perspective in which you're viewing your life. Because yes, your situation may not seem as such. It may not seem like you are set up for success. It may not seem as though you are going to be the first millionaire in your family. It may not seem as such, but you can think it and speak it into being. You can think it, and once you have that system of belief in you, this is why it's important to align yourself with your thoughts and your words. Once you have that system of belief in you, you better believe everything falls in line, everything follows suits, because you start acting in accordance to the way you think of yourself. You start acting in accordance to the way you speak of yourself. Baby, you ain't broke no more. The check is on the way. The check is on the way. Change the way you speak. And lastly, you place yourself in environments that speak to the life you desire. You need to place yourself in proximity to the environments for the life you desire. You need to be able to go into rooms even if you don't feel like you belong. No one knows you don't belong unless you show it. It's hard for us to see our potential when our actions don't align, when our words and thoughts don't align, and when our environments don't align. But you have control over these things. You have control over the environment. Well, not everybody, okay? But you can give yourself control over them. But even if you can't go to like the physical locations, like funds are tight, baby, you can Google something. You can have a picture and use your imagination. Your imagination, the mind is such a powerful thing. Your imagination is such a powerful thing, and it is a tool that we have been given. And if you can put it into action, if you can believe it, oh baby, it's on the way. You can see it. Okay, what am I doing? I'm using the light is so freaking bright, but I'm using this, yeah, whatever. It's a contour highlighter, but I'm putting it on my eye just for a little natural little lid, you know what I'm saying? Just a little natural. Y'all, I promise you, I really want to do something, okay? I want to do a different look for y'all, and I did do a different look for y'all for Valentine's Day, and then half my content got deleted. Yeah. And that had me defeated. I was like, I can't do this no more. I can't do this anymore. Why? Because I be pouring my heart and soul into these videos, and just for my content to be deleted, not by my own doing, not by my own accord, but off the strength of the fact that my camera is a hater. Oh yeah. And that one had me so upset, because this is the year of consistency. I'll bear with me. I just wanna, but yes, I will step away from the browns eventually, but where I am going is just like a cute natural look. And I'm already a beautiful girl. I don't really need to do too much, so watch your mouth. It's time to get serious. It's time to get serious about your right now. 2023 is the year of seriousness, okay? In all aspects of it. It's time to get serious about your right now, and it's time to live and act in accordance to the potential of your being. I feel this so heavy for someone. We are a community. We are building community, even if we don't know who's who behind the keyboard. Let's speak life into one another, okay? Let's speak life into one another. Let's each one reach one, each one teach one, each one help one grow. Yeah, so with that, I encourage y'all to leave a comment if there's if you have tips on how you access or live out the fullness of your potential, leave it down below. Speaking of tips, y'all know I never leave you hanging. There are 3 tips that I have identified that can help us to like access our potential, to live out our potential. And the first one is to act and reflect. So in your present, the actions that you do, our actions need to be in alignment with the life we desire, the expectations for our life, who we are. The actions that you do requires thoughtful reflection. So your everyday actions require you to thoughtfully reflect, because it will allow you to assess, align, and pivot as you need to. And this is my motto that I go by, but once you know, you must grow. So once you, by acting and reflecting, by assessing and reflecting, by assessing, aligning, and pivoting, it holds you accountable for the knowledge that you have attained about yourself. You cannot operate in ignorance anymore once you know, okay? Once you know how your everyday actions influence your current, your present, and then your future. So the next tip is to identify the areas in your life where you are not consistent and make a concerted effort to establish the discipline that it requires to remain consistent. So this kind of goes back to acting and reflecting, but these can be separate or together. It just depends on how you choose to view them. But if you act and reflect, or let's say acting and reflecting is not for you, you're like, girl, whatever, I already know where I need to make some changes in my life. You can identify those areas and then make a concerted effort to create habits that are rooted in consistency and discipline. And lastly, and we sort of addressed this earlier with the words and thoughts, but the last tip that I have is to work on the internal before focusing on the external. So what does that mean? Work on nurturing your thoughts and the inner voice, the way you speak to yourself, the way you think about yourself, the way you think about your situation and your goals. Work on the way you speak and think about yourself, and teach your inner voice, teach your thoughts to act in accordance with courage and hope as opposed to fear and doubt. Yeah, baby. That was the last piece of advice that I had. I told y'all I only had the big 3. But yes, that is all I came here to say. We all have potential within us, okay? We all have potential within us. It's rooted in us, the potential that we have, the capability, the possibility. We just have to nurture it. We have to nurture it and like nourish. I sound like a country bumpkin. We have to nurture and nourish it. I don't like the way that sounds coming out of my mouth. But y'all know what I'm trying to say. We have to do that so that we can tap into it and let it pour out. Let it pour out. I'ma cut Janice, I can't remember who does what, but cut this part out. Cause I look crazy putting on some mascara. They're not gonna do it. Cause I'm not gonna do it. Y'all, I use the same makeup stuff, okay? Why would the lip gloss just waste itself like that? Did y'all see that? It just dropped. Now Fenty, we don't spend $20 just for the lip gloss to fall out the tube. No, ma'am. We gotta wrap this up. I use Fenty. This is an eyeliner from Ulta. The Stay All Night Setting Spray. I like to be a little dewy. Should I have worn lashes? Maybe. You know what I forgot to do? Blush. You know what I'm not doing? Blush. Let me take my hair down for y'all so y'all can see. Y'all can see the final look. So this is the final look. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was encouraging and that you will tap into the fullness of your potential. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you kindly. You know what to do. You know what to do. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Smoochie.